Hello and a very warm welcome. Silverstone qualifying done. That crowd is sensational. Is it the best track on the year? I believe so. I'm British, I'm biased, I don't care. Best crowd, best track, best sequence of corners. Bottas is on pole for the British Grand Prix. I mean, it's just sensational. The crowd, the corners. I mean, if you don't like cops, maggots, Beckett's, the best sequence of corners in F1, you need to be watching water polo. Here's Bottas, thanks to the crowd. Hamilton's in second. Charles Leclerc, who I thought he deserved pole, lines up third. So the crowd's unbelievable. Into Q1 we go. Leclerc, he's looking mighty. For me, I was expecting a Charles Leclerc pole because he was so quick. Robert Kubica qualifies last again. I'm feeling sorry for him. He comes to these weekends, it's basically a test session for him. We'll go round the track, we'll enjoy the weekend. But 0.5 off Russell again, 10-0 to Russell in Qually. Williams, 1 second. Right, you know Williams are going to be 19th and 20th. 18th was 1 second up the road. Williams are so bad. They're so bad. They're a second off 18th. They're 2.4 seconds off pole. I mean, it's a joke. And Sergio Perez gets through. Again, Lance Stroll was knocked out in Q1. Perez made it through, which was quite surprising. Q2, Charles Leclerc quickest again. Carlos Sainz, McLaren guaranteed for a Q3, and Sainz is out. And once again, this Italian Giovinazzi is becoming a great qualifier. Beats Kimi Raikkonen again. And then Q3, Bottas. He goes fastest in run 1, and then Bottas. I thought Leclerc was going to be on pole, seriously, and Mercedes pull it out. They were nowhere in Austria. They bounced back with another 1-2, but Bottas spoils Hamilton's party and is on pole. Mr. Valtteri, it's James. Oh, fuck off, James. And so, who are we giving the qualifying start? As usual, qualifying finishes, Bottas comes across the line, I react. No bullshit, straight away I react. Qualifying reaction. Up goes the applause for Lewis Hamilton, he's got a red cap on. Can't hear what he's saying, obviously can't put the sound on. Qualifying star, let me look down. Pierre Gasly, much improved, probably one of his best weekends. And I've been pretty harsh on him this season. Well, I don't think I've been harsh, I've told the truth. His performances aren't good enough. Once again, Norris, sensational over 1 lap. Albon's there again. Giovinazzi has a good performance. I'm going to give it Daniel Ricciardo, I think. Considering Renault had a shit show in Austria, Ricciardo comes back and he gets best of the rest. We'll give it Daniel Ricciardo, the smiling Aussie. Silverstone qualifying reaction. Bottas pole. Ricciardo will stick him in there in the title. And the youngsters just seem to shine. I mean, it's great for the future of F1. Max, Leclerc, Norris, Albon, George Russell. I mean, we'll have Schumacher in there, although he doesn't deserve his chance to F1 yet, because he's been pretty woeful in F2 this season. So, let's run down the order. Valtteri Bottas on pole at the Silverstone Grand Prix. Yeah, surprising, but he's on pole. Bottas on pole. Home favourite Lewis Hamilton comes in second. Championship leader. He's got a phenomenal record around this track, but Bottas beats him. Not by much, but... Now, P3, Charles Leclerc, my star of qualifying, really. I genuinely thought he had pole. He was looking mighty, he was looking quick. His running Q3 wasn't the best. Then he came out again, got close. I honestly thought he was going to get pole. Max, Austrian Grand Prix winner, comes in P4. Pierre Gasly, now much improved. I've been critical of Gasly, and rightfully so, because he's not been delivering, but he was fastest in practice 1. He's looked closer to Max. He qualifies P5. He beats Sebastian Vettel. So when he does good, Pierre Gasly, I'll give him credit. So People say I've got an agenda against Pierre Gasly. Why would I have an agenda against him? He's French. When he does good, I'll say so. If he does shit, I'll say so. For me, just because he's had a good day today, he still deserves to be dropped. I'm shocked, to say the least, that Red Bull haven't reacted. They may react when the summer break comes, where we have that 4-week period, if his performances... But he's done well today, so let's give him credit. Sebastian Vettel, P6. What's that by the German? I tell you what that is. It's a horror show. Wow. P6? Nowhere? What's that about? Daniel Ricciardo, best of the rest, comes in 7th. As I said, horror weekend in Austria. And he's best of the rest at Silverstone. Obviously, he had his debut around here, didn't he? In HRT. That must have been 7-8 years ago. Lando Norris, becoming a specialist over 1 lap. Being arguably the star of the season. He's P8. Another youngster comes in. We can call him a Brit, but he's slash Thai. Alexander Albon's 9th. Nico Hulkenberg is 10th. Giovinazzi, he's been brilliant in qualifying. Keeps out qualifying Raikkonen. Superb. Magnificent Antonio. Kimi Raikkonen is P12. Carlos Sainz, I'm surprised at that. McLaren and Renault should be in... Well, both Renaults are in the top 10. Sainz should be in that top 10. That's a bit of a howler, if I'm honest, by Sainz. Norris is 8th. Sainz is 13th. Romain Grosjean, 14th. Sergio Perez, I was most amazed he actually got through. He's 15th. Kevin Magnussen, 16th. Danny Kvyat, 17th. Now that is a howler by Kvyat. Considering Ali Albon's 9th and Kvyat's down in 17th. Wow, wow, wow. Lance Stroll, are you surprised? You shouldn't be. He's out in Q1. The thing is, Sergio Perez has beat Lance Stroll every single qualifying this year. Russell has done the same to Kubica. So, Stroll's 18th. George Russell, his home race, he's 19th. That's the best he can do. Again, 10-0 in qualifying to him over Kubica. And last but not least, Robert Kubica. I really like Kubica. I feel sorry for him. He comes to these weekends, it's a test session, and he gets to drive a Formula 1 car, but he drives a Formula 1 car basically in last place. It's painful to see, really. So there we have it, qualifying reaction done. Valtteri Bottas is on pole for the British Grand Prix. I mean, if you don't enjoy this weekend, even if as a Nigerian, an Afghan, an Aussie, as a Frenchman, as a Spanishman, you got to enjoy this weekend. I mean, 300,000 through the gates over the weekend. I had the pleasure of going in 2012. One of my best experiences, along with going to Old Trafford to watch Man United. Just a brilliant weekend, a brilliant circuit. I mean, the last 10 laps in 2018 were epic. Hopefully we see an epic race tomorrow. Bottas Hamilton going down into the first couple of corners. Obviously T1's flat, so I doubt we'll see a manoeuvre into T1. So there we have it, qualifying reaction done. Join me for race reaction tomorrow and driver ratings. Bottas on pole for the British Grand Prix, and Ricciardo best of the rest. Thanks for watching. Adios.